Hi, today we'll be taking a look at the three main decks from VG-V-EB14, the next stage. Alright, due to the virus, this time around I'm not able to do any unboxing video and I can only introduce the decks with proxy. Alright, so here's the introductions. Alright, we'll start off with Royal Paladin, Altmile deck. So first of all, let's take a look at the trial deck Altmile. Continuous Vanguard Rearguard effect. During your turn, if you have no face out card in your damage zone, this unit get power plus 15,000. Activate as a Vanguard. Once per turn, you can counterblast 1, discard 1 card from your hand, and search for up to 2 grade 2 from your deck, add to your hand, and shuffle the deck. Next, the new ace, VR Altmile. Right, continuous Vanguard effect. If you have no face up card in your damage zone, all your grade 2 unit get power plus 10,000, defense plus 5,000, and if you have Automon in Soul, in addition they get critical plus 1. Activate as a Vanguard once per turn, counter plus 1, Soul plus 1 from your deck and your drop. Search, call up to 1 each grade 2 on the rearguard circle and shuffle the deck. Alright, so as usual, Automon use up a lot of grade 2. So as you can see, we have more grade 2s than other grade in this deck. Right, let's go from the lower rarity first. First we have Keon. So as a rearguard, if you have 5 or less unit, this unit cannot attack. And continuous as a rearguard, during your turn, this unit get power plus 10,000. Right, so this is a 19,000 unit. And if you have Starlight Violinist, which continuous rearguard, if you have no face out in your damage zone, all grade 2 get boost. Right, so even though this thing cannot attack, you can still use it as a 19,000 boost. Alright, so I'm playing 3 copy of this. Next, from the trial deck, we have Rivaro. Vanguard Rearguard effect. Enter the field, counterblast 1, search for up to 1 grade 2, call them onto an empty rearguard circle, shuffle the deck. If you have no face out card in your damage zone, you may Soul Blast 1 instead for the cost. Right, definitely a 4 copy. Next, we have Suleiman. So Vanguard, enter the field, look at top 7, add 1, call up to 1 Automa onto a rearguard circle, shuffle the deck. And Vanguard Rearguard effect. When attacking, you may Soul Blast 1, return 1 of your other rearguard back to hand. And during this battle, this unit get power plus 5,000. Right. Definitely a very, very useful unit, which you will want to write at the start of the game. Next, we have this promo card, Cloud Lancer, Gumoris. So enter the field, return up to 1 grade 2 back to the top or bottom of your deck, and during this turn, this unit get power plus 10,000. Alright, so it's for us to reuse the grade 2. As you can see, we use a lot of grade 2 in this deck. Next, we have the Maron from BT01. Right, still very, very useful here. Is mainly for the counterblast 1 and the draw 1, since we need all our damage zone to be face down. Next, we have Shishirus, which is our strike fodder from the G series. Right, so as usual, they have the same effect. Enter the field, look at top 5, add up to 1 grade 3 to hand, the rest back to deck shuffle, and after that, discard 1 card from your hand. Alright, definitely a blast in the deck, definitely a 4 copy. And during this turn, if you have no face out card in your damage zone, this unit get additional power plus 5,000. Right, definitely a 4 copy in the deck. Right, and as for the trigger, it's the usual 8 crit, 4 draw Kanzen, and 4 heal. Alright, so that's from our Royal Paladin. Alright, next we'll go for Neo Nectar featuring Ahsha. Alright, so this is a totally new build. First of all, we have the Ahsha from trial deck. So enters the field, you can counterblast 1, call up to 2 plant token, the normal ones. And during this turn, this unit get power plus 10,000. Next, activate. As a Vanguard, once per turn, you can retire 3 of your rear guard. And you can call up to 1 Ahsha Fairy token. Right, Ahsha Fairy tokens, when attacking, increase or decrease the power and critical to the same as your Vanguard. And not only that, it's treated as the same name as your Vanguard with Ahsha in name. Alright, so if your Vanguard is, let's say, 50,000, right, this thing will be 50,000 when it attacks. Right, if it's 13,000 and let's say this unit get boosted, it will reduce itself back to 13,000. So take note, there's not much purpose of boosting this unit, but there's some other ways to increase the power. We'll talk about that later. Next, we have the VR Ahsha. This is a proxy. Alright, so continuous. During your turn, if you have 2 or more units with Ahsha in name on your field, this unit gets power plus 10,000. And if there are 3 or more, it gets critical plus 1. So it can be a 23,000 to crit Vanguard without doing anything. Next, just like the trial deck Ahsha, once per turn, you may Soul Blast 1, retire 2 of your unit, and call up to 1 Ahsha Fairy token. Right, so definitely a 4/4 since the main mechanic for this whole deck is for the Ahsha Fairy token. Right, next we have the Maiden or Icebark. So enter the field, counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, call up to 2 plant token. And during this turn, this unit get power plus 5,000 for each of your token unit on the field. That includes the Ahsha flower, the fairy token. Alright, so we have 2 copies of this. It's a backup. Next, we have the popular Musketeer, Antero. Enter the field for each of your token unit. During this turn, your Vanguard get power plus 5,000. So additional power for a Vanguard. Next, we have Kara from trial deck. And if you have any rear guard with the same name as your Vanguard, during this unit cannot be retired by card effect, and you get power plus 5,000. And activate Vanguard and rear guard effect. Counterblast 1, call up to 2 plant token. Alright, just counterblast 1 and it's activate. Next we have Aneruma. This is a proxy again. Alright, auto Vanguard rear guard effect. Enters the field, counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, draw 1, and call up to 1 plant token onto the field. Right, not only you get to call a plant token, you can draw 1. And if you have a rear guard with the same name as your grade 3 and above Vanguard, all unit get boost. Alright, so every unit in this deck get boost as long as you have a unit with the same name as your Vanguard. And just a reminder, this thing's name is treated as the same as your Vanguard. So as long as she's on the field, everyone gets boost. Alright, let's go for the grade 1. First, we will go for the Momosumo Peach, which is the special condition that I talked about just now. Alright, so when boosting, if you have 5 or more unit, so plus 1, this unit get power plus 10,000. Right, so according to Q&A, the ruling, right, when you boost this unit, at this moment, increase the power of your token to the same as your Vanguard, which means the 8,000 will not be added in. Next, just need to Soul Blast 1. After all the addition and reduction for the Vanguard's, for the unit's power, you get additional power of 10,000. Alright, that's why we played 2, just for the fun. Next, we have the new Maiden from the trial deck, which is what I feel as one of the best grade 1. So plus 1, call up to 1 plant token. Activate once per turn. Alright, so you can keep spawning token as an activation, which is similar to Kara. Alright, since this deck, most of the time we do not have a lot of unit on the field. Right, your main will be Ahsha plant token, most probably with no boost. Your Ahsha Vanguard with, let's say, the new Maiden, and the other side one of the other Ahsha, and maybe Aneruma. Right, so the field is basically like that. Yeah, so we try to play some other effects. There's one off that we do not need to boost. Next, we have the Maiden of Sweet Berry. Enters the field, call up to 1 plant token, and if you have a grade 3 and above Vanguard, you get Soul Charge 1. During your turn, if you have a grade 3 and above Vanguard, this unit get power plus 5000. Right, so 13,000 grade 1. Alright, and we have another unit from the trial deck. This Dian. Enter the field, discard 1 card from your hand, draw 1, and during this turn 1 of your grade 3 and above Vanguard, get power plus 5000. Alright, it's not a must play, but it's interesting. Next, we have Paladin, which is a proxy. Right, so just like our other strike border, enter the field, look at top 5, add 1 grade 3 to hand, the rest discard. And for this unit, if you have, sorry about that. Alright, if you have 2 or more token unit, this unit get power plus 5000. Alright, definitely a must play. And as for trigger, alright, as previously tested, I would rather go for more critical since I do not need to commit anything from my hand. Most of the tokens are generated from the field, so your hand is basically for guarding. So we went for 2 draw Sentinel, and we maximize the amount of critical. And since we are going for 10, might as well go for the new 30,000 guard critical trigger with Sentinel. Right, just take note, it's just a 30,000 guard, and the Sentinel, so total of 4 copies. Alright, so that's Ahsha. And as an addition, one of the cards that you can consider will be the grade 2 Ouroboros, since as a Vanguard, during this turn unit called become the plant token which 10,000, and also as a rear guard you can call a free plant token, so this is into consideration. Last but not least, we have Gear Chronicle, featuring the new Chronojet. Right, so just like the previous grade 3, by discarding a total of grade 3 and above from your hand, you can pseudo strike a grade 4 from your deck on top of it, and end of turn retire the grade 4, write this on top in rest, so you get 2 force marker in 1 turn. Alright, so for the secondary effect, it's a Vanguard Rearguard effect. When attacking, counter plus 1. During this battle, this unit get power plus 5000, and your opponent cannot guard with Sentinel. Right, so it's a guard restrict, grade 3. Next, we have the new Ace, grade 4. Chrono Dragon next stage. After the battle, that it attacks a grade 3 and above Vanguard. And you have Chronojet Dragon in Soul, discard 2 cards from hand. Retire this unit, write a Chronojet Dragon on top in stand, and during this turn you get power plus 15,000 and you can write again. right? So 13,000 plus 15,000, 28,000. If you counter plus 1, 33,000, and your opponent get a Sentinel, not including the Force Marker. Right, so definitely a strong finisher. But as the effect says, your opponent must be in grade 3 for this effect to activate. We added the Metallica Phoenix. It's a grade 4 that you cannot normal write, but it's a triple check. Right, so this is for the case where I go first, so I'll strike this instead of next stage. Next, let's take a look at the grade 2s. First, we have a Smoke Gear Dragon. When attacking a Vanguard during this battle, this unit get power plus 5,000. And if you are right with a grade 4, you may soul plus 1 and draw 1. Continuous. If your Vanguard is Chronojet Dragon, when you discard this card from hand, you can discard it as a grade 3 instead. Right. So it's a fake strike folder. Next, we have a Steam Scholar from the previous set to give our next stage additional drive check. And Stroboscope Dragon, which is from trial deck. After attacking, soul plus 1, discard 1 card from hand, retire 1 for your opponent's rear guard, and if your Vanguard is a grade 4, you get to draw 1. Alright, next let's go for the grade 1. Again, this is a proxy, so we have Steam Breath Dragon. So just like the previous full strike folder, when this card enter the field, look at top 5, add up to 1 grade 3 to hand, and discard 1 card from hand. Alright, and if during this turn you discard a card from hand, this unit get power plus 5,000, which is basically your strike cost. Alright, so definitely a 4 copy, especially since we only have 4 grade 3, you definitely need this. Next, we have Chrono Tooth Tiger. So as a Vanguard, at the start of your right phase, you get to draw 1. So basically, if you write this, you get to draw 2. And during your turn, if you discard this card from hand, you can counter plus 1, draw 1, and call it on the rear guard circle in rest. Right. We have the Paladin Robber. So you can discard this as a grade 3. And as a Vanguard, if attack hit, drop 1, draw 1. You can reduce this to like 2 copy and play maybe more of this. Oh, sorry about that. We have the Tiki Paki Worker. Right, this is a very strong card in this set, since enter the field from hand, return 1 card from the drop zone back to the bottom of the deck. If you return a grade 3 and above, soul plus 2 to draw 1. Alright, as you can see, we have a limited amount of grade 4, so you can just keep recycling. Alright, so that's the basic from the deck. The trigger is the same, and if you are interested, you can actually take a look at Chrono Tiger Rebellion, maybe like 2 copy into the deck. Right, since the effect triggers according to the amount of cards in hand, so this is also another finisher. So I will add like around 2 copies to make it 7 grade 4 by maybe reducing one of these and one of these. Alright, so we may reduce 2 of these for 2 more rebellion. Alright, so that's all from Chronicle.